Well, it's been over a week now since the big announcement, the closing of the iconic Shopsmith. Rather abrupt. To answer several people's questions, yeah, it was pretty abrupt for me too. It went down just like we hear many companies shutting down, how it goes down. The employees that go into the factory, or had been going into the factory, showed up on that Friday morning, and I'm not certain who actually was all there as far as leadership. They told everybody as soon as they came in to pack up their stuff, get out, they were shutting down. I got a phone call about, I guess it was 8:30 my time, and the same thing. Nick Cups calls up and says, "We're shutting down, we're done with you." Not even a thank you. I mean, it went on a little bit longer, that conversation, but yeah, it was pretty abrupt for me too. So I addressed that. Secondly, if you notice, after over a week now, what happened the day after? The day after they shut down? Number one, the sun still rose that next morning. The earth didn't stop spinning. Everything went on as usual. And I kind of did the same thing. I immediately waxed up my machine. You saw me do that the last video. It was due. It's been a couple months since I waxed it. And I do wax my machine religiously, at least 6-7 times a year. So I did that. And to be honest with you, I had some things I wanted to get done, so it motivated me, I guess, for some reason, to get a couple things done. Yeah, I went out starting cutting some lumber down for some, one major project for certain, for actually Christmas. It required cutting up a lot of scrap lumber, gluing it together. The Christmas project for this year is trying to take a design I saw last year and make it a little bit more affordable to do. So stay tuned for that video. It'll come out here in the next couple, 2-3 weeks. But I'm looking forward to that one. And then a project that I didn't necessarily know I was going to do, but wanted to do to finish off the van. Now, I said the van was done some time ago, but not really, because I did want to build this box, special box. They call it a kitchen box. So it's kind of designed a little bit different, with using 2 sets of locking 100-pound drawer slides. I built the box, tested the main box and how it slid, then attached the second set of drawer glides to it. It's going to hold a shelf. Painted it all up. By golly, looked pretty good. And the idea here is to have something to easily access, I guess you say, the cooking part of the camper van. That means the cook stove with its own separate shelf. You see that slid out there. It's a nice little propane cooker too. I got 2 of those, by the way. And then when you're not using it, everything stores very neatly, nicely, compactly into the main box, and it literally slides back in, clicks, and locks in place. So I was very pleased I got that done. And that project actually I was going to do earlier this summer, but I got kind of waylaid by a very strong request to get the patio furniture built. So I did a video on that too. The $167 4-piece patio set. If you haven't watched that one, you probably want to, because again, it's a great way to make the Shopsmith pay for itself. There will be, upcoming very, very soon now, a complete camper van reveal. I've been promising that for some time, so stay tuned for that as well. And I had to go just a little bit deeper here. I originally was going to post this video this past Friday, making it a week since Shopsmith closed their doors. I'm glad I waited, though, because I was actually waiting for a call from Mr. Cups, which I did have on this past Saturday. That call, I'll tell you right now, was very, very, very encouraging. There's some very positive things going on. with that said, there's lots of stuff out on the internet right now, lots of rumors, people making things up, to be honest with you. There are lots of rumors about what might happen, what's going to happen, what could happen. Keep in mind that's what they are. They're pretty much a supposition and just rumors. I can't give you a whole lot of great detail. There's not a lot of great detail available yet. But my conversation with Nick was encouraging, and it looks like we're going to see something happen, it looks like. Okay? Like I say, nothing definite yet. If something were to happen as far as a new owner, substantial owner, and it needs to be somebody with some resources, my first thought is I'm going to go back to what I suggested 15, 20 years ago, and that's a complete redesign of the Shopsmith. Still a multi-purpose tool, absolutely. There's a need for that, but it needs to be redesigned so it actually does two things. It takes up a smaller floor print than the current machine. It becomes less intimidating, making it more enticing to a broader population, user population. But again, still a multi-purpose tool. It would still run the 4 major accessories, the important ones like the bandsaw, joiner, belt sander, strip sander. Be a substantial table saw, very substantial. Same table system is on the system now. Same fence, I love that fence. Expandable table system. Still a sanding system. Still a wood lathe, yes, wood lathe. Things like that. But based around my original concept of the crafter station. Very simple unit, the crafter station. That was a takeoff from the power station. If you look at the power station, very simple. More modern manufacturing processes used. And that's the key. Got to get away from the old manufacturing processes that the current Shopsmith and the original Shopsmith used, and find some ways to make the machine simpler, easier to simply build. If you make it simpler and easier to build, you can do it cheaper, which means then the price range can drop way down, which again increases the potential for your buyer. I would hope that when a new owner, if a new owner comes along, they would invite me in to share my ideas on this kind of stuff. I hope they would invite me in to do exactly that, as well as ways to continue to market it. With that said, too, going forward, and I'm not real strong on the technologies required or the knowledge required to use the technology available to us to create websites, so I can continue to do seminars and what have you, and maybe show you some products that can be used on this Shopsmith, because I need to do that. When they unloaded me, I lost a substantial revenue resource, which I kind of need. So if you have any information on that, you're maybe an expert on web design, or you got ideas on the best way to set up something like this, leave your comments, please. I'll read them for certain and investigate. So I need that. With that said, again, I think we're going to have, Cups and I are going to have weekly conversation just to give me an update what's going on. Besides the overall overview of what may happen with Mr. Cups, I asked him directly what was accomplished this past week. Well, number one, products are being built, products are being shipped out. As one example, they finished up all the back order dust collector builds, and the dust collectors are on their way out the door. And that's good because I had a lot of customers that I'd sold DC 6000s to. So they're built and they're headed out the door. Good news, without a doubt. With that said, stay tuned for next week's video. Hope you'll have even more information for you. If you like these videos, make sure you like and subscribe. I need that even more now. I was never real big on doing lots and lots of videos, just videos that I thought you'd enjoy. I'm not in the business like some people out there making a video every week and trying to make an income on that, which I'm still not. But I will do more videos because I think it's more important now, so you see the machine in action. Okay? So like I said, if you like these things, like and subscribe now, and I'll talk to all of you next week. For now, this is Mike Young here for today's Shopsmith.